Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today is Friday, which means it's a new weekend vlog. Hopefully this one will be way better than the last one. So this weekend I have fun plans. I'm probably going to reorganize my library. We do have to go make a trip to IKEA and I need to do a lot of cleaning up this area because it's not exactly like a living room, but it's where you come in my house, and it's very messy. I always just put my things, like my school things and stuff, all in a corner, and it's really starting to bother me. So I'm going to do a lot of cleaning up and set myself a space to put all of my school things away. And I'm also going to give my son some school storage space as well. So we're going to do that, and I also have a hair appointment tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'm going to get some reading done because I have not read a lot this month so far, which is very surprising to me. We're already halfway through July and I only have one book completed, which is definitely not enough. So I really need to up my reading game. So reading wise, I'm going to be continuing Tiny Pretty Things because I already started it. I'm about 50% through, so I want to finish this. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. And then the next book I'm going to pick up, I decided to put my TBR on the TBR list, and I rolled the dice and I forgot to film it. The winning book was The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is the second book of the Poppy War trilogy, but I read it not so long ago, so I'm very excited to get into this one. I don't think I will have time to read more than that because this one is a very big, I think it's about 600 pages. Yeah, 654, so it's a very big book. I will definitely not have time to finish this weekend. Not with all the things I have to do. I also have more editing and filming to do as well, to keep up with the uploading. So my goal is to finish this one and get maybe halfway through this one. I think if I manage to do that, I will be pretty happy. So I'll update you when I have some reading done. I'll see you later.
I didn't think it'd be this hard to go and try to let you down. At first, for sure, we saw forever and the distance, but the path of least resistance is the one where I don't see you anymore. And yes, I'm sure about my choices. I don't need you to take me home. And though for sure the bed is warmer by your side, oh please believe me, babe, I've tried. You're not the one I thought that you were gonna be. I got you singing, ooh, I got the blues. I got you singing, ooh, I don't know what to do without you, baby. Ooh, you got the blues. And even though your heart is breaking, I got another man who loves to make me smile. So can you just get up and go? Oh, oh, you say the best I've ever had, I won't be bad, you drive me mad. I don't believe you when you say I'm gonna change. It's not that you can't break it down, yeah. It's just you didn't love me right. It will take time to get in line, crawl up the vine, you will be fine. But you will have to be fine on your own. I got you singing, ooh, I got the blues. got you singing, ooh.
Hi everyone! So I didn't update today because I don't like updating when I haven't read anything. So I waited just a little bit to have some reading updates to give you at the same time. So I started my morning by going to the hairdresser, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. She tried something a little different than what I'm used to. So she went with darker roots and brighter tips, and it turned out a pretty good. I'm really happy with that. And after that, we spent the whole afternoon in the IKEA store, and that was an adventure in itself. So we were looking for furniture to help tidy up the space because we have the main hall entrance area here where it's very messy and we need to get things together, and I don't like how it's organized. And the little storage unit that we do actually have right now is damaged, so I wanted to replace it. And by replacing it, I'm also going to move things around because it's a real mess right now, and I want to help myself to just keep it always tidy, because when I am working and teaching, I don't have much time to myself. And that means I don't have a lot of time either to be cleaning up the house, so I need to help myself out. And I'm also going to be reorganizing my bookshelves, because there is a part of my bookshelf that is going to go on my new cart. I know there's a lot of booktubers out there that do have these carts, and most of them put their TBR in those carts. I already have one from IKEA that is in my sewing workshop, and I think it's perfect for what I need, and I decided to get myself a second one for my books as well. So right now I have a TBR shelf that I keep for a lot of things, and I'm going to take all of that out so I can have an extra shelf to store some books and reorganize everything, because I'm not satisfied with how it is right now. So I'm probably going to do a video for the bookshelf organization. No, I won't do it on this vlog. I'm going to do a separate video for the bookshelf reorganization, but I will be doing that tomorrow. We haven't set up anything because when we came back, it was a big struggle because we had many options and we were thinking about a lot of options, like what do we do? Do we prefer this or this type of furniture or this type of storage and stuff like that, and the budget and all of those things. And we just ended up not knowing what to buy basically, and our son was getting pretty impatient and I was getting impatient as well. It was a tedious task. It was something. So we ended up buying 3 furnitures. So the TBR cart, and then I have another unit to store some paper stuff in there, and that I'm going to put underneath my bookshelves. So it can store some important papers and stuff like that. And then we have a bench for the hall entry area, so we can sit down and store some shoes, because I want the shoe rack to be gone. I can't stand it anymore, so we're gonna get rid of that. And right now we still haven't decided what to do with the unit that we wanted to get rid of in the first place. So we're still thinking on that. We're gonna have to go back. It's not that we haven't seen anything that we liked. We did see many things that we liked. It's just that we don't necessarily have the space, or it won't do what we need it to do. I'm just going to try and figure out how we're gonna make this work, and then we're gonna go back and go get what's missing. But for tomorrow, we're going to clean up as much as possible tomorrow morning, and then we're going to assemble those 3 furnitures. And I will try to put that on camera. So that's what we did today. It was a very exhausting day, but we got through with it. So reading wise, I did get some reading done. I read about 100 pages of Tiny Pretty Things, and I have about just under 100 pages left to finish this book. I started reading this book and then put it on pause and I picked it back up just now. When I first started reading it, it's in one of my vlogs. You can go check that out if you want my first initial thoughts on this book. I liked it. It was a 4-star read for me at the beginning, and now that I've picked it back up, I don't know what shifted, but my reading of this is really going down. It's not that the book is bad. I think it's just not the type of story that I like. I don't know what I was expecting with this. I do appreciate the discussions and the topics that are in this, as I've said in the first time I talked about it in vlog. And I feel that the characters are pretty realistic in the sense that they have very realistic issues, but they also act like teenagers, which is pretty much expected for teenagers. So one thing that I do not like in YA books is when teenagers act like they're 20, 25 years old. That bothers me a lot. And in here, it's obvious that the characters are teenagers. They don't always make the right choices, which is expected for any teenagers, but kind of annoys me at the same time. So I'm not enjoying myself as much. What I do not like about this book is that there's no plot and it's very lacking. And with only 100 pages left, I honestly do not know what is left to reveal or to happen, because there is a sequel to this book. It is a duology. I mean, things happen. It's just some teenage girls bullying themselves because of jealousy and competition and pressure to be the best. I think it's falling pretty flat for me. And there is this bullying and something happens to the main soloist and we don't know who did it, but I don't really care about that mystery of who did that to her. Honestly, at this point, it really feels flat for me. So I'm a little disappointed. I was enjoying myself at first, but right now, I don't know if it's the timing or my mindset or if it's because of what I've read before, but I'm not enjoying it as much this time around. And I really wanted to finish this book before starting the Netflix show, but I'm not sure if I'm interested in the showing more. Honestly, I don't know. I might still give it a try. I'm going to finish this. I will finish the second book for sure, because I don't like when things are not finished, but I won't be in a hurry to pick up the second book, that's for sure. But if you do have some recommendations about books on dancers, I would love to hear them, because I would love to read more about dancers in books. I'm just not happy with the execution of this one, but I'm sure I can find another book with dancers in them that I will enjoy more. So yeah, that's it for me today. I'm going to go to bed because it's very late, and tomorrow morning I will get on with my cleaning and finish Tiny Pretty Things tomorrow so I can start the Dragon Republic. I'm very excited about that. So I will see you when I finish my book.
Hey, new eyes that made my life, you made full of surprise. Staring you under the starlight, you, my heart feels so right. You are the one for me tonight. I will never let you down, and I will never let you go. Anytime under the sunshine, always try to stand alive. There's no world that can't go It's sunnier than most days. You'll never see the sky if you keep looking down. And if you take the wrong way, then maybe you should stay instead of turning around. So, but you keep on going. I know that you're in the open, hoping that you'll be okay. Don't stay looking out the window. And how late do you plan on going? Nowhere, afraid of all the things you don't know. There's so many reasons you should care. Don't stay looking out the window. And how late do you plan on going? Nowhere, afraid of all the things you don't know. There's so many reasons you should care. The sun is setting down soon. You'll never see the stars when you're all in your head. You can find beauty in the night too, but it's harder to see when you're stuck in a dream. So, but you keep on going. I know that you're in the open, hoping that you'll be okay. Don't stay looking out the window. And how late do you plan on going? Nowhere, afraid of all the things you don't know. There's so many reasons you should care. Don't stay looking out the window. And how late do you plan on going? Nowhere, afraid of all the things you don't know. There's so many reasons you should care.
So as you've seen in the clips, honestly, I don't know how much good footage I have because I do know I have a lot of footage. I ran out of space on my card. So we have a bench that we're using to store shoes that we don't use as much. And we have this unit right here so I can start storing and putting away stuff that are here in my bookshelves. And we're going to move stuff around a little bit. And I have my new TBR cart that I also will be using for my books. So with all of that, I will be reorganizing my bookshelves, but I won't be doing it on this vlog. I will do a separate video for that. But I did want to include here some organization for the TBR card and the other unit right now. So I just finished reading Tiny Pretty Things, and I have a lot of thoughts on this and a lot of things to say. So I thought I could just talk about this book and my thoughts while I'm reorganizing these furniture. So first of all, this card, I'm going to be using it for my TBR. So on the first shelf, I'm going to put my monthly TBR. The second shelf is going to be for all the books I own that I haven't read yet. And then I'm going to use the bottom shelf probably for a box with my bookmarks and put my book sleeves in here on the bottom. And as for this unit, I'm going to use it to store my planners and everything I need for booktube and books and journaling and stuff like that. I also need to put away my music sheets because right now they're in this shelf that is on my left, but this shelf is going to go soon. It's the shelf I haven't found any replacement yet. I do want to take them out and put them in here. I'm really hoping that they will fit in here, but we'll see how this goes. If it doesn't fit, I'll find another way for it to fit. I do also have some art stuff that I need to put away. I used to have an art room dedicated only for my art before I had my sewing workshop, and I had to give it up when I had my son. So it was in his now room. That was my art room. But now my drawing table and my art stuff are all in my own bedroom, and it's a real mess. It's the next thing I have to clean up after this area, but for now it's just such a mess. I think I'm going to store it here for now, and I'll change it eventually if I get finally to tidy my room. So yeah, that's the plan for now. So I have 31 unread physical books with me right now, and I'm not counting my ebooks that I haven't read yet either. I think the total goes up to about 60. I think I'm over the 60 unread books. It's fine. I hope this is all going to fit. So I have to admit, I'm a little conflicted with how I feel about this book, because when I first started reading it, I was enjoying myself. It didn't read like a 5-star read, but I did enjoy myself, and I thought it was fun that the issues that were talked about in there were very accurate and they were very real issues. I was very excited for this book because I do dance ballet. I have been dancing for about 7 years, I think. But I haven't been dancing professionally yet, so I'm not necessarily in my own voice for this book. There are some trigger warnings for eating disorder for sure, and for bullying. When I read YA, I always try to remember while I'm reading that I'm not the targeted audience. I am an adult. I'm 32, so I'm way past the YA age. So I do try to remind myself that it's YA and I'm not the targeted audience. It didn't bother me as much when I first started reading it, but then I put it down. I read an adult thriller, and then I picked it back up. I don't know if it was because I put it down and picked it back up after reading an adult thriller, but it was not doing it for me that much the second time around. So we follow 3 characters, 3 dancers at this famous elite ballet academy school in New York, and the competition is very, very high. The pressure from parents is very high, and we follow each of these characters go through their year. The book doesn't cover a full year, but almost, and there's a lot of jealousy. The girls are very competitive and they're very jealous of each other, and it's basically a mean girl type of situation. So they just bully each other because they're jealous of that girl that had this solo role in this ballet. Yeah, that's pretty much all that happens in the book. So the plot is pretty flat for me, and nothing really happens except girls being mean to each other and bullying, and that's about all that happens. I didn't have an issue at first with the characters, but reading it the second time around, I do have issues. I do feel like the characters felt pretty flat to me as well, in addition to the plot, because every time I was reading a new chapter, I just couldn't. I had to check the title of the chapter. I just couldn't recognize the voice of the character I was reading, and that's how I realized as well that the characters are different from each other. Yes, they don't really have this voice that belongs to each of the characters, which bothered me a lot. And that's how I realized that I recognized every character by their issues or non-issues. It's not about their personalities, more about what happened to them and what they're going through in some way. I don't know. There's something there that really bothered me. And the other thing that annoyed me is in the point of views. Gigi, the character that just arrived at the school and got the 2 solo parts during the year, and everyone is jealous of her. She's just this pretty nice girl that won't harm a fly or anyone, and like she's just the sweetest, nicest girl. And when we read from her perspective, that's what we get. And then when we read her from another dancer's view, she's seen as just totally different character, which is really annoying to me, because I understand that each character perceives things differently, but to have like the same character viewed as 2 totally opposite personalities just didn't make sense at all for me. I think that that's the reason why I didn't care much about the mysteries and what was going to happen, because basically not much happened except for the bullying and trying to figure out who was doing this bullying and harassment, and there's more than one person that was actually doing it. And at that point, I just didn't care anymore. Everything just fit perfectly. Oops. Okay. And also there's the characters of parents of those students. They are really annoying. I hate when parents are portrayed as being the mean ones and not knowing how to act and not knowing how to manage certain situations. And the parents were really acting like their own teenagers, which was really annoying. I mean, I can understand having one character that happens and having 1 or 2 parents like that, but all of the parents were really annoying and had childish behavior, and I could not deal with that. And honestly, I could not understand what was the point of that book, because even if I did appreciate that they talked about some real issues that concerns the world of ballet and their dancers, and it was at first really well done, but the issues are not addressed, and I don't see what was the point of putting it in the book if it's not addressed, if there's no solution for these girls and they don't offer some kind of hope to these girls. And I'm thinking about these teenagers that are going to read these books and that might suffer from the same issues, and how are they going to deal with it. I mean, I understand that you don't always have to be really positive and optimistic in books when you talk about specific issues, but in this, I just didn't understand the point of the book. I didn't see any growth from the characters. I didn't see them evolving and growing. It just got worse and worse. I honestly don't know where it's going in the next book. I really hope that the next book will have more growth in it. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah, I will still be reading the second book because I do want to know what happens, and I do not like when things are left unfinished. So I will finish it, but I'm not in a hurry to finish it. Honestly, it dragged a bit and I had a hard time to finish it. So I won't be getting to it pretty soon. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because I think I was having too much expectations. I was pretty excited to read a book about dancing, and the dance part was present, but not as much as I wanted. And I was hoping for something different maybe. If you do have some recommendations for some dance book, leave them in the comments below because I would be happy to read some more. This book was definitely not the book for me, but it may be a book for you. I'm pretty sure there is a book about dancing that is out there that is more in my tastes. So I'm all done with the books in my cart. Oops. They all fit, which I'm really happy. Now I'm on to my book sleeves in the bottom shelf. And my bookmarks, so I don't have many bookmarks. 3 paper bookmarks and 2 bookmarks I made myself. Those are bookmarks that I sell in my Etsy shop. I'm going to reuse this colored pencil box. I really love those thin metal boxes. I think they're really fun and easy to store things in. So I'm going to use it to store my bookmarks. I'm also going to put away the TBR dice game that I got from my Verilute on my TBR card on the top because I use it quite often. Not to choose my monthly TBR, but to help me decide which one I'm going to pick first. So I'm going to leave it there so it's handy for me when I want to use it. So I think I'm going to keep all of my drawings I'm going to do for the videos in these here to protect them. And also, and so I can have them close by if I need them as well to film. Then I have my social media planner that I'm going to put away there. I have my regular planner, my video book in which I write down all of the bullet points I want to talk about when I do my videos. I don't like to just improvise because I know I'll definitely miss something and it's going to annoy me. So I try to put down everything so I don't forget anything. I don't script my videos, but I try as much as possible to have like a structure in them, except for when I vlog, obviously. Then I have another bullet point journal that I'm reusing the empty spaces to help me organize certain things. I'm going to put away in here. I have my cards here from my Verilute box. I'm going to store in this little plastic envelope. I have a plastic envelope as well for all of my receipts that I need for my company. So that's in there. I have an extra plastic envelope here that I'm probably going to use somehow then I have another little small notebook that I'm going to put away as well. I have my reading bullet journal, and then I have some more spiral books. I'm not sure they're going to fit in there though. So yeah, those spiral notebooks, I use them mostly for my accounts for my company, and I also have two of them for writing because I do want to write. I did start doing some writing, but I didn't get much done. I do want to write some short stories and stuff like that, but I've put that on pause for a while because I have to prioritize and I do not have the time to do everything. So yeah, so I have two notebooks like that as well for writing. I'm also going to put there my recorder. I bring it with me when I teach the recorder because I want to use my own. So yeah, but right now it's just laying around and it's bothering me, so I'm going to put it away there. And I'm also going to put away my tuner as well, so they have a assigned storage space. I also have all of my colored pencils and my watercolor pencils. I have these little plastic boxes for now, but I'm finding them not very practical. I don't know if I'm going to change them up for a pencil holder or not. Right now I am running out of space for my colored pencils. Do also want to make myself a color chart with the number of the color that I have in stock, because when I last went to the art store, I bought myself some colored pencils that I already owned and that I forgot I had. So I'm going to do that so that doesn't happen again. And then I also have this little box. I have been using this box to store away all of the wires that I need, wires for my computer, for all kinds of stuff that I need handy. I was using this metal box to store them, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them in here or just put them away in a drawer as well. It will depend how I manage to put everything away. So I'm doing my last update for this vlog. I finished filming and then I decided to sit down and pick up this beautiful book. So The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is the second book in the Poppy War trilogy and I gave the Poppy War a 5-star. I just adored that book. It is a very, very dark and grim series in general. It's not a happy and light read, and The Dragon Republic is 650 pages. I got to page 41 tonight and now it's very late, so I'm going to go to bed. But so far, I'm really happy to be back into this, even if it's dark and tough to read. So I read The Poppy War in the month of May and I was convinced I wouldn't need a refresher to get back into this one. But I have to admit that it did take me a little while to get back to it. Not that I didn't remember what happened in the last book. I remember well how it ended and the main things that were in the book. I just forgot the character names and who was who, so it took me a couple of pages to really get back into it, but now that I'm back into it, I'm enjoying it as much as you can enjoy this book, because honestly, our main character is just a complete mess. What is she doing? I have no idea. She is completely out of control. I don't think she's going to make any good choices anytime soon. She just keeps making bad decisions after bad decisions. Hopefully she's going to grow a bit more throughout the book. But yeah, so I read 40 pages, 600 more to go. I'm not worried that it's a big book. I know I'm going to read through it pretty fast, but I'm thinking I might pick up another book, probably on my e-reader, so I can balance off the really tough read. I'll probably choose something that is pretty light that I put on my TBR so I can balance the reading. So I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the chaos of this weekend. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in another one. Bye!